Hello and welcome to Allegheny Jam's series of practice videos. This video is for Fiddle 1, our first year jam students. It's also the video with instructions, so as soon as you understand what's being expected in the video, the different tasks, then you want to move on to the practice video without instructions, which only lasts 15 minutes, and you can get your practice session done. We're going to start with our first move, which is called perfect bowing on the timer. I'll be running the timer over here. Perfect bowing means that you are going to be focused on the flexibility of your wrist, moving back and forth, back and forth. So we're not going to do anything with the left hand. All we're going to do is with the right hand, go across the first or second string, you're going to be very focused on being loose and flexible. Let's give that a try. 1 minute of perfect bowing. Getting us started here.
Perfect bowing.
Perfect bowing. Playing, you want to get that full thing, and think about painting a fence. A little trick I learned from Helen White. So you want that wrist loose and moving back and forth. Got about 15 seconds left of perfect bowing. Okay, the next move is, get us paused here, pinky torture. Getting your pinky to behave is one of the hardest parts of playing an instrument because for all of its little life, your pinky has not been doing a lot of work. And now we're going to ask great and amazing things from it. So what we do with pinky torture, we're going to put our third finger down where it goes. And all we're going to do is we're going to keep that down and we're just going to tap our pinky. Alright, I'm going to start the timer, and you'll want to do that just as fast as you can to get that pinky muscle built up. We'll start slow. Now as you get better, you're going to speed that up. It's going to start hurting. It's called pinky torture for a reason. Alright. Now when you get really good at pinky torture, you'll want to go down over a string. And then when you're really good, you're going to go all the way over to the G string and do pinky torture on the G string. We'll do it for about 10 seconds. Pinky torture. Phew, I need to do a little bit more of that myself. Our next move is 0, 1, 2, 1. And those refer to your finger numbers. 0 means the open string. 1 is your first finger. 2 is your second finger. And then down. So what we're going to do is we're working on our finger speed and our intonation. Now, the first time through, we're going to do with a low 2. And one of the hardest parts when you're a beginning fiddle player is getting your 2, your second finger, in the right place. So we're going to put it as close to the first finger as it can go. So it's going to sound like this. 0, 1, 2, 1. And we're going to do that over and over again. So it sounds like this. didn't start my timer here. We'll let that run. So that's going to be our 0121 with a low 2. We'll try it together. All right, good. Keep practicing that, 0121. Try to get as fast as you can, and remember to always be thinking about your bowing every time that you're doing any of these activities. All right, we're about finished with that one.
1, 2, 3 speed.
Now, we're going to move to our next one, which is going to be it's actually, I've got them mixed up, but it's okay. When you go to the real instruction video, it'll be there. The next one is we're going to do 012 with a, no, sorry, I do have it right, sorry. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now we're going to keep the 2 low, but we're going to go first finger, second finger, third finger. And remember, the 2 is low, so that's going to be as close to your first finger as you can get it. So it's... All right, I'm going to start the timer on this one. We'll practice our 1, 2, 3, 2. Try to get faster. Oh, I messed up there. Good. All right, keep going. You got about 15 seconds left on the 1, 2, 3, 2. All right, now for this next activity, the only thing that we're going to change is we're going to now practice our high 2, and that's something you'll use a lot of the time when you're playing in the key of A. So it's going to go like this. So now that 2 is as close to the 3 as I can get it. So there's a big space between the 1 and the 2. So it's... So that's your high 2. So we're going to practice that for a minute. Let the timer run. All right, you keep on practicing. You've got about 30 seconds left. You want to try to get it as fast as you can. All right, we're about to wrap up that activity. That's the 1, 2, 3, 2.
3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 speed.
Okay, now you've probably figured out the pattern, which is now we're going to move up one more set of fingers. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 3. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 3. And we're going to make a low 2 so that we can give as much stretch to our fingers as possible and practice, practice, practice with it. So we're going to go ahead on this one. We'll let our minute run. So for the 2, 3, 4, 3. That's right. Here we go. right, you just keep on practicing. You've got about 20 seconds left. Get as fast as you can on that.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Scale.
Now the next thing we're going to do is Fiddle 1 is you're going to practice a scale. And a scale is no big deal. All it is just the notes that you play in a certain key. So when somebody says we're playing in the key of A or the key of D, there are certain notes that you play that go along with that key. So here's what the A scale looks like. You start off on your open A string. Put your first finger down. Then you're going to put your high 2 down. Here comes the high 2. Then your 3. Then you're going to go your open E. First finger. High 2. And 3. So when you're playing in the key of A, both of the 2s are high 2s. So it sounds like this. Now I'm going to start the timer. Your next step is when you come down in the other direction. So you're going to do all those same notes but starting at the top. High, high 2, 1, open, 3, high 2, 1, open. So let's try that together. Now down. Back up. And that is your A scale. Your A scale. Okay. So we're going to pause here. And then we're going to let the timer run. So those are all of your warm-up activities to help you work on your bowing and your fingering. And they're perfect for Fiddle 1. If you work on those skills and getting them up to speed, your fingers are going to build up the strength and the skills that they need to be able to play great music. So now, the last 8 minutes of your 15-minute practice are your 2 tunes that you're working on. Now, if you only have 1 tune at this point, then you'll just stay with that 1 tune. And you'll do that for 8 minutes. But if you already learned a tune, maybe last semester or maybe something you did on your own, you want to try to just practice that tune over and over for 4 straight minutes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let the timer run for each of those tunes. I'll hold it close to the camera. You can see where you're at. And that's going to be 4 minutes per tune. Go ahead and start on your first tune. Now that also reminds me, that there's 3 things you always need to have ready in these practice sessions. You need to be in tune, you need to have your tablature, and then you need to have your practice log before you get started. So here we go. Tune 1, go ahead and get started. I'm going to hold that there so you can see it.
2.
All right, great job on your first tune. Now you want to move on to your second tune. You've got 4 minutes for that tune, and then you'll be done with your 15-minute practice.
Your timer is complete.
Okay, congratulations. You've made it through your Fiddle 1 video with instructions. Now the next step for you is, as soon as you feel comfortable that you understand all of the activities in this practice session, you want to go on to the practice video without instructions. It only lasts the straight 15 minutes. We run the timer without stopping. You can just turn it on, start practicing, and now you need to take your practice log to a parent or guardian and make sure that they sign off on that so that you can bring it back and hopefully get the smiley face of absolute glory. And we'll see if you earn that in the next jam session. Have a great day. Very proud of you.